Respected Spark Insights community, I hope you're doing well today. What I'm about to share might honestly open your eyes, because these new Social Security changes could directly affect your pocket. If you're new here, welcome to Spark Insights. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. It's 100% free and keeps you updated on important money changes that can impact your life. Imagine depending on your Social Security check to cover rent, food, or medicine, and suddenly a new rule cuts your payment down by hundreds of dollars. Scary, right? Well, that's exactly what could happen under a new change that's being considered right now. Social Security is more than just numbers on paper, a lifeline for millions of retirees, people with disabilities, and families who are already struggling to get by. But here's the shocking part. A new proposal could reduce or even completely cut payments for hundreds of thousands of people. At the same time, there's another bill in Congress that could actually bring some relief and finally update outdated rules. So today, I'll break it all down for you. Who might lose money and why? How SNAP food stamps plays a big role in this issue. How many people could be affected? What experts and critics are saying. SSDI, the one bipartisan plan that could actually make life a little easier for Social Security recipients. 1. The rule change. Right now, if you're on SSI, your check can already be reduced if you get help with housing or food from family. That reduction can be as much as $300 a month. But until now, there's been an exception if your household also qualifies for SNAP benefits. You're protected from those cuts. The new proposal would remove that protection, meaning even if you live in a SNAP household already low income, you could still see your SSI cut. Who could be hit hardest? Experts estimate around 400,000 people could be affected. About 275,000 would see smaller checks. More than 100,000 could lose eligibility entirely. Think about that. Older adults who depend on SSI, people with disabilities who already have limited options, families sharing homes just to survive. They'd be the ones paying the price. 3. Why this is a big deal. For someone already living below the poverty line, losing even $100 is a big deal. It's groceries, it's medication, it's bus fare to get to the doctor. Critics point out that the government wouldn't even save much, just enough to cover one single day of the massive tax cuts for the wealthy passed back in 2025. So the big question is, why take money from the people who need it most when the actual savings barely make a dent in the budget? 4. More red tape, more stress. This change would also add extra paperwork and complexity to the Social Security system. The SSA is already short-staffed and struggling. More rules mean more delays, more confusion, and more stress for people who can least afford it. 5. A ray of hope. The bipartisan bill. But it's not all bad news. At the same time this proposal is being discussed, Congress is also working on a bill that could actually help SSI recipients. It's called the SSI Savings Penalty Elimination Act. Here's what it would do. Raise the asset limit from $2,000 to $10,000 for individuals. Raise it from $3,000 to $20,000 for couples. Tie those limits to inflation so they finally keep up with rising costs. End the marriage penalty that unfairly punishes couples. This bill already has bipartisan support, Republicans and Democrats both backing it in the House and Senate. And if it passes, it could finally modernize rules that haven't changed for decades. So here's the bottom line. Up to 400,000 people could see cuts if the SNAP exception is removed. The savings would be tiny, but the impact on families would be massive. On the other hand, Congress has a chance to raise asset limits and give people more security for the future. This shows just how fragile the system is. One rule can take money away. Another can finally bring relief. And for millions of Americans, these decisions aren't just politics, they're about survival. What do you think? Should Congress focus on raising asset limits, or are you more worried about the cuts being proposed? Share your thoughts in the comments. I always read what you guys say. And if this video helped you understand what's going on, please hit that like button and subscribe to Spark Insights for more clear updates on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI, Thank you so much for your time and support. Remember, these benefits aren't just numbers. They're food, medicine, and dignity. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you again in the next video.